This number times I is the denominator of the Cauchy integral formula. This is the smallest positive x for which e to the I x equals 1.
Oh, pi?
Minus 5. 1 over the square root of this number is used to standardize the standard normal distribution. The Tau Manifesto supports using this number rather than half of it in teaching math. For 10 points, what number is the period of the sine and cosine functions?
2 pi.
10. Bonus. For 10 points each, answer the following about milk in British literature. Alex and his droogs frequent the Korova milk bar in this author's novel A Clockwork Orange.
Burgess.
Yes. Mr. Ramsay finds an earwig and a glass of milk in this novel, which takes place in the Hebrides.
Hebrides.
Scotland?
Yeah, so...
Can you come something?
Answer? This is to the lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
Gabriel Syme is pursued by a milk-drinking professor in this author's novel, The Man Who Was Thursday.
The man whose name is Chesterton?
20.
Good pull.
2. This title entity distinguishes a man who is coming to you on a dusty road in a Sam and Dave song. The player awakens in a northern undead asylum in a video game whose title...
Dark Souls?
That's 15.
Nice.
Bonus.
Nice.
This group was founded after Guru Gobind Singh stirred water with sugar and a sword. Water and sugar with a sword for 10 points each. Name this Sikh group founded in the face of Mughal persecution. They are distinguished from the Sahajdari Sikhs by being initiated with Amrit.
Khalsa?
Yes. Guru Gobind Singh also mandated that the members of the Khalsa always wear this number of Ks as signs of devotion. This is the half the number of the commandments given to Moses on Mount Sinai.
5.
Yes. One of the 5 Ks is the Kanga, one of these objects used for personal grooming and cleanliness.
A comb?
That's 30. Toss-up 3. During the revolution that brought this dynasty to power, Wasit was besieged after the losing side abandoned Kufa. The anarchy at Samarra followed the assassination of this dynasty's ruler, Al-Mutawakkil. That's 15.
Good buzz! Let's go.
Your bonus. For 10 points each, answer these questions about landmark epidemiology studies. John Snow proved that a water pump on London's Broad Street was the source of an 1854 epidemic of what disease that leads to diarrhea and is caused by a German genus Vibrio?
Cholera.
Yes. What Hungarian found that hand washing could reduce the rate of postpartum puerperal fever, a discovery that was derided until the advent of germ theory?
Who's before
Hungarian.
Answer?
Virchow?
This is Ignaz Semmelweis. A risk score for cardiovascular health is named after what city west of Boston? Residents of this city have participated in experiments since 1948.
What's west of Boston? Cambridge. Sure.
Answer?
Cambridge?
This is Framingham. You get 10.
Whatever.
4. In this film, a woman who asks for something light to read is given a leaflet on Jewish sports legends. A child in this film realizes that Roger Murdoch is actually the basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Leslie Nielsen.
Airplane.
That's right for 10.
Yes,
Nice. Your bonus. This book describes regulating lines as a guarantee against willfulness and outlines the 3 reminders of mass, surface, and plan for 10 points each. Name this 1923 book whose opening argument includes the statement, "The house is a machine for living in."
Oh,
This is Le Corbusier.
Okay.
Answer?
Say it.
This is Towards a New Architecture.
Oh.
This Swiss-French architect wrote Towards a New Architecture. He commonly went by a pseudonym.
Le Corbusier.
Yes.
Yeah.
In both Towards a New Architecture and his 5 points of architecture, Le Corbusier advocated using this part of a building as a space for a garden.
The roof, maybe? Oh, roof?
20.
Nice.
Toss-up 5. On the left side of this painting, a castle built by the Knights Templar sits on a hill above a structure that may represent Agali, a monastery once led by Saint Ildefonso. This painting exaggerates the height of a cathedral spire. In its foreground...
Maybe Starry Night?
minus 5.
Ooh.
In its foreground, rolling green hills border a river that is spanned by the Alcantara Bridge. A stormy sky appears above the title Spanish City Inn for 10 points. What painting by El Greco?
The View of Toledo.
That's 10. Bonus. This man's former Prime Minister, Morgan Tsvangirai, called for his resignation in November 2017. For 10 points each, name this former dictator of Zimbabwe who was deposed in a 2017 coup d'etat.
Mugabe.
Yes, Mugabe and his wife Grace were subsequently expelled from this party that has ruled Zimbabwe since independence.
ZANU-PF.
Yes, this current president succeeded Mugabe after the coup and allegedly defeated Nelson Chamisa in Zimbabwe's disputed 2018 presidential election. Answer?
No.
This is Emerson Mnangagwa. That is 20. Toss-up 6. This author wrote about people who were murdered after voting to divert water from a wealthy rancher in hand-carved coffins, which appeared in his book Music for Chameleons. Floyd Wells snitches on a former roommate to the investigator.
Truman Capote.
15. Bonus. At the end of this story, Mathilde learns that the title object is only worth 500 francs. For 10 points each, what Vie de Maupassant story is named for a piece of jewelry?
The Necklace.
Yes, this author's story Paste was inspired by the necklace. He wrote about a sickly heiress in his novel The Wings of the Dove.
No. Didn't it also? Okay, go from
Ant-
Maupassant.
Sorry, this is Henry James. An anti-Terran version of the necklace titled La Rivière des Diamants appears in this novel by Vladimir Nabokov. Its subtitle, A Family Chronicle, refers to Van Veen's incestuous relationship with the title character.
It's just this.
I don't think, okay, Lolita.
Sorry, this is Ada.
Yeah.
So that was 10.
Let's go. Big bar.
Toss-up 7. Herodotus claimed these people were called Oyopata by the Scythians, whose lands they settled after losing to the Greeks in battle. Hera caused these people to believe that their ruler had been abducted by a visiting hero. Members of this group included Melanippe,
Amazons.
10.
Good buzz.
Bonus.
go.
In the aftermath of this incident, Daniel Webster devised a legal standard for judging claims of self-defense. For 10 points each, name this 1837 affair in which a ship was seized by British troops, set on fire, and sent over Niagara Falls.
It's the Carolina.
Yes, the British claimed the Caroline was being used by rebels agitating for independence in what is now this country.
Canada.
Yes, the leader of the Caroline rebels had this surname, which he shared with a Scottish explorer who crossed Canada to reach the Pacific Ocean in 1793.
Nelson, maybe?
Yeah. Say,
Oh, Mackenzie.
Answer?
Mackenzie.
That's all 30.
Nice.
let's go.
Toss-up 8. When this technique is used with Python's new style classes, the C3 linearization algorithm defines resolution. Java expanded partial support of this technique in version 8 by introducing default methods in interfaces. This technique can lead to a diamond problem in which a method has conflicting definitions in two parents. For 10 points, name this type of inheritance in which a class has no more than one superclass. Sorry, in which a class has more than one superclass.
Multiple inheritance.
That's right, for 10. Your bonus.
Nice.
This was the first protein to have its structure determined by X-ray crystallography, for which John Kendrew and Max Perutz won a Nobel Prize. For 10 points each, name this protein found in high levels in aquatic mammals. In humans, it is normally only released into the bloodstream following a muscle injury.
Oh, troponin? No, I don't think so.
Answer?
Troponin?
Myoglobin. Like hemoglobin, the metal-binding region of myoglobin is comprised of this cyclic compound with 4 nitrogen atoms. Its name comes from the Greek for purple.
What?
Answer?
No.
This is porphyrin. In another similarity with hemoglobin, the porphyrin ring of myoglobin binds to an atom of this transition metal.
Iron.
That's 10. Toss-up 9. This ruler sent a clockwork organ to Sultan Murad III, although Murad died before the gift arrived.
Wait, Elizabeth I?
That's 15.
Good job.
Nice.
Your bonus. This work's composer noted that he had created many performances of it while walking alone in the woods. For 10 points each, name this work premiered by pianist David Tudor at the Maverick Concert Hall in Woodstock, New York.
Oh my God. So this was
It's 433.
Piano.
433.
Yes, this American composed 4 minutes 33 seconds.
Cage.
Yes, Cage's early works, such as sonatas and interludes, called for screws, paper, and other objects to be inserted between a piano's strings, a technique known as this type of piano.
Prepared.
30. Toss-up 10. This country is home to the mixed-raced Rehoboth Bastards. Its largest ethnic group, the Ovambo, form a majority of its dominant Swapo political.
Namibia.
15. Bonus. This work describes Rome's passage through 3 cycles of growth and decline, for 10 points each. Give the Latin title of this work divided into sections called pentads, which covers events from the founding of Rome to the death of Drusus in 9 BC. Answer?
Annales.
This is Ab Urbe Condita. This Roman Golden Age historian wrote Ab Urbe Condita.
Livy.
Yes, Livy was friends with this emperor and wrote that this man would lead Rome into another cycle of growth. Livy may have been exiled by this emperor's successor, Tiberius.
Augustus.
20. Toss-up
Let's
11.
go.
This family's patriarch says that the work of Cornelius Agrippa and Paracelsus is sad trash. Before
Frankenstein.
15.
Let's
Nice.
Bonus. The nickname Magic City has been given to several U.S. locations, for 10 points each. This capital of Wyoming was called the Magic City of the Plains.
Cheyenne.
Yes, a former president of the Northern Pacific Railroad is the namesake of this Magic City, which is the most populous city in Montana.
Billings.
Yes. This North Dakota city earned the nickname due to its magic growth along the Great Northern Railway. Its annual music and arts festival is named Why Not This City.
Fargo. Okay.
Fargo.
This is Minot.
Ah.
So you get 20 on that. That's the half.
All right.
A version of this amino acid attached to an adenosine molecule serves as a common methyl donor cofactor. Chloroplasts, mitochondria, and bacteria use a formal derivative of this compound. Cysteine and this compound are the only
Methionine.
that's 15.
Nice.
Bonus.
It's fine.
For 10 points each, answer the following about Duke University's recent early exits from the NCAA tournament. In 2012, Duke, which had this numerical seed in its region, lost in the first round to Lehigh, the region's 15 seed.
First.
Sorry, it's 2. Commentators quipped that Duke had been tripped up by South Carolina in the second round of the 2017 tournament, referencing this shooting guard's numerous tripping incidents. Answer?
Smith.
This is Grayson Allen. In 2013, Duke lost in the first round to 14-seed Mercer, which in 2014 left the Atlantic Sun Conference to join this mid-major. Its members include Furman, Samford, and East Tennessee State.
I don't know. SEC.
Sorry, this is the Southern Conference.
Oh, nice.
Sigvar.
So that was nothing on that one, sorry. Toss-up 13. A chancellor during this dynasty who instituted the new policies was opposed by the conservative Sima Guan.
Song.
15. Bonus. This book's author may have depicted himself in the story of a naked fugitive running from soldiers in a garden, for 10 points each. Name this biblical book that religious scholars believe was the primary inspiration for two longer synoptic texts.
Oh, my mom's about to be mad at me.
It's a Q source or something. It's like a Q source. Q source.
Answer?
Q source.
This is Mark.
Oh,
The
what?
two-source theory claims that the Gospels of Matthew and Luke were inspired by Mark, and by this possibly mythical collection of the sayings of Jesus.
Psalms, right?
No, no. Wow.
Answer?
Proverbs. Psalms.
This is the Q source.
Oh.
The Gospel of Mark offers the fullest description of Herod's beheading of this prophet who predicted the coming of Jesus.
John Baptist, right? John the Baptist.
10.
Let's go. Come on.
14. This instrument plays the Abyss of Birds movement and Olivier Messiaen's quartet for the end.
Clarinet.
15. Bonus. For 10 points each, answer the following about Nazi commando Otto Skorzeny. Skorzeny launched Operation Knight's Leap, an attempt to capture this leader who later co-founded the non-aligned movement.
Tito.
Yes, Skorzeny led the Operation Greif, in which Germans tried to impersonate American and British troops as part of this offensive that aimed to seize bridges over the Meuse River.
Bulge.
Yes, after World War II, Skorzeny fled to the protection of this fascist dictator of Spain.
Franco.
30.
Come on.
Timeout? Okay.
Bro, what was that draw?
You just gotta hit it.
Yeah, this is stupid.
I play the clarinet. You couldn't have just said it.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Come on,
go.
guys. Let's finish this strong.
All right, all around.
Yeah.
All right.
Drink water, drink water.
You're amazing.
Hey, you guys should step it up too. You know.
I play the clarinet.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not
Oh,
kidding.
we're good.
It's gonna be the one toss if I could have managed to get out of this round. But you
Well,
are
Big farm.
the actual music player.
For you.
Toss up on the clarinet.
Big
Thank
bar.
God.
actual music player.
try
The
again?
I'm
actual
talking about the other
clarinet.
team.
Let's go.
At least 100
All right,
times better
let's just
than
play well,
Play
guys.
it.
Let's bring it.
The
Play
score
it.
up there
Let's
is
play the
correct.
best to our ability. Let's go.
You're so amazing.
And the time up there is
What?
correct.
You're amazing.
The official
what
time
now?
is correct.
You are amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Oh, I
got
don't know
this.
who's
Let's
keeping
hope we
it.
can win this game.
Finish strong. Let's not blow it. Don't get too cocky. Let's finish it.
All right.
We're good.
So the score, I've confirmed that the score is, everyone settle down please. I've confirmed that the score is correct. Beavercreek 280, University Lab 155. The time up there is 6:38. I don't know if that's the official time. That's correct. Okay, that's the official time. The next toss-up is going to be toss-up 15. Are both teams ready to resume?
Yes.
All right, 15. A 2017 Latino Victory Fund ad supporting this politician portrayed a pickup truck trying to run down minority children. After this man spoke in favor of
Beto O'Rourke.
-5. In favor of Kathy Tran's repeal act regarding third-term abortion, he was accused of wanting to execute a baby after birth. A photo from a 1984 med school yearbook may show this man in blackface next to a person in a KKK outfit. For 10 points, name this governor of Virginia. That's time. It's Ralph Northam. 16. The interaction of a nucleophile with the center of this geometry is described by the Burgi-Dunitz angle. Nucleophiles attack centers with this geometry in addition-elimination reactions, such as hydrolysis of an ester. Boron compounds often have this geometry, which is also seen in sp2 hybridized
Trigonoplanar.
10.
Nice.
Bonus. An avenue lined by over 20 of these trees is one of the most iconic tourist attractions in Madagascar, for 10 points each. What type of African tree from the genus Adansonia is recognizable by its extremely wide trunk? Answer?
Baobab.
Yes, the hollowed-out trunks of dead baobabs were once used as tombs for these storytellers who passed on the oral and musical traditions of West Africa. Answer?
Griots.
Yes. Among the Mande people, griots continue to retell the Epic of Sundiata, which is the founding myth of this medieval West African empire. Answer?
Mali.
30. 17. A senator from this state attacked net neutrality in a 2006 speech that described the internet as a series of tubes.
Alaska.
15.
Good buzz.
Bonus. Pencil and paper ready. Angela is 36 years old, her son Brian is 9 years old, and they share a birthday, for 10 points each. How old will Angela be when Brian is Angela's current age?
So 63. Oh.
Answer?
63.
Say it again?
63.
That's right. After how many years from now will the ratio of their ages be 2 to 1? Answer?
Yeah,
18.
Yes.
Nice.
If Brian has a child on his 24th birthday, how old will Angela be when the ratio of her age to her grandchild's age is 4 to 1? You have 10 seconds.
I think so. 72.
It's 68,
Oh,
so 20. And this is toss-up 18. A character created by this author gets a job with the help of Schwander after adopting the nonsensical name Polygraphovich.
Gogol.
-5. This author wrote a novel in which Berlioz is beheaded by his
Bulgakov.
15.
Yes.
You're
Bonus.
good, you're good.
Jess Walter's book, Every Knee Shall Bow, chronicled this 1992 event, for 10 points each. Name this 11-day standoff in Idaho that ended with the arrest of white separatists.
Ruby Ridge.
Yes. The FBI besieged Ruby Ridge after Weaver sold sawed-off shotguns to undercover members of this other law enforcement agency. Like the FBI, this agency was criticized for its conduct at the 1993 Waco siege.
Do you guys know? That's CIA.
ATF. Anger over Ruby Ridge and Waco sieges motivated this man to carry out the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing. That's right, 20.
Nice. Let's go.
This is 19. A system has this property if it has only one non-zero coefficient in its Schmidt decomposition. Bell pairs have this property maximally. It explains a thought experiment in which the Heisenberg uncertainty principle appears to be inconsistent with relativity, called the EPR pair.
Like quantum entanglement?
10.
Yes.
Bonus. In some stories, Fong Mong breaks into a hero's house to steal this substance, for 10 points each. Name this substance given to Ho Yi on Kunlun Mountain by the Queen Mother of the West.
So, what's on Kungu Mountain?
Answer?
Wine.
This is the elixir of immortality. After taking the elixir of immortality, Ho Yi's wife Chang'e becomes the goddess of this location, her new home.
The moon? It's the moon, right?
Yeah.
The moon.
Yes, this
magic.
type of animal accompanies Chang'e on the moon. Carrying the foot of this animal is often said to bring
Rabbit,
good.
rabbit.
That's 20.
Come on, guys.
All right, time out. The subtitle of Richard Fenno's 1978 book Homestyle refers to 18 of these places analyzed using soak and poke empirical methodology. The Supreme Court struck down examples of these places designed to promote racial discrimination in the 1960 case of Gomillion versus Lightfoot. The census is used to create 435 roughly same-sized examples.
Like districts?
10. Bonus. In some story, the law of mass action allows this quantity's expression to be written directly from a chemical reaction, for 10 points each. Name this measure of the relative amounts of products and reactants present when the forward and reverse reaction rates are identical.
Equilibrium constant.
Okay.
Answer?
Equilibrium constant?
Yes. This specialized name is given to the equilibrium constant for a reaction in which a solid dissociates, usually into two aqueous ions. Answer?
Solubility product?
Yes. Pure solids and liquids do not appear in equilibrium expressions because this measure of the effective concentration of the substance is always exactly 1. Answer?
Molecularity?
It's activity. 20.
Big bar.
21. This man's father was superintendent of the New Jersey State Police during the investigation of the Lindbergh baby.
Schwarzkopf.
15.
There we go.
Bonus. A March 2019 crash in Ethiopia was the second accident within 6 months to involve this company's 737 MAX airplane. For 10 points each, what American aerospace company is the principal rival of Airbus?
Yeah.
Answer?
Boeing?
Yes. The first 737 MAX crash in October 2018 involved a plane purchased by Lion Air, a low-cost carrier based in this country where the crash occurred.
Are you sure they said it?
They said
Yeah,
it.
they
Answer?
already said it.
Malaysia.
Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
This low-cost carrier based in Ireland placed an order for 135 MAX planes in 2018. After the crashes, it declined to take any immediate action. Answer?
Ryanair.
That's right, 20.
Big bar.
Toss up 22. In August 2018, this leader dismissed Claire Curran from the cabinet for not disclosing a meeting with tech mogul Derek Handley. This leader and Emmanuel Macron hosted a May 2019 call with tech companies over extremist content online, 2 months after 51 people were killed in mosque shootings in her country.
Nate.
-5. In 2018, she gave birth to her daughter while in office. For 10 points, name this Prime Minister of New Zealand.
What's her name? Ardern.
That's right, 10. And here's your bonus. In the film Keanu, Keegan-Michael Key's character describes this musician as the real OG for 10 points each. Name this musician whose solo hits include Faith and Fast Love. He and Andrew Ridgeley formed the duo Wham.
George Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Answer?
George Michael.
Yes, in a viral YouTube video, Sergio Flores adopted the persona of Sexy Sax Man to publicly perform the opening sax riff of this George Michael song. Answer?
Careless Whisper.
Yes. This musician performed Michael's Fast Love at the 2017 Grammys, where she won Song of the Year for her single Hello.
Adele.
That's all 30.